available. So I think this is a nice last pick for PR. I think the reason you're favoring PR's lineup, not to put words in your mouth, but I'm assuming it's because of ease of execution, right? It's just they seem to have more solutions and more ways of initiating, more ways of team fighting, whereas EG are kind of restricted to landing a good wombo combo. Essentially, they have to land an RP, an Overgrowth, Macro Pyre, and of course Disruptor.
Either that or Anti-Mage just gets ginormous.
Yes, it's one of those.
Their lineup could still work out really well, obviously. On paper right now, I like PR.
There is no doubt that EG still have tools, especially when Universe gets the Euls. They have a reliable initiate, but until that point, EG needs to be careful not to lose out too much in the early stage, where PR have a support duo of Rubik Sand King, which is really powerful. And sure, they have a defensive one with Treant, and to some extent the Disruptor with Glimpse, and maybe Kinetic Field. I just don't know if that's enough to mitigate the damage that PR can bring out. We're gonna see. Anyway, let's have a look at how the lanes are shaping up. PR will be sending Cheshire Cat in the offlane once again on the Bristleback this time. Shashlo. We're playing solo mid Silencer. Love seeing this. Not against an OD. Yeah, it looks really cool. It was against OD last time we saw it. I can't remember. Was it PR doing that as well, or?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Actually, I think PR did that against VP, but he was laning against an OD and got stomped. And then in the top lane, it's going to be a trial lane for PR. Sand King of J4, Soneko on the Rubik, and then Tichara will be playing as
They took so long. I mean, that was... Come on. You had to see that coming eventually, right? For EG, Universe is going to be the offlane with the Jakiro, Fear on Magnus mid. Zai going to be roaming a bit right now with that Disruptor. Arteezy, of course, the hard carry Anti-Mage. And PPD, no surprise, Treant Protector. He's just going to stand here, show how much bigger he is than Bristleback. And maybe that'll scare him off, but I highly doubt it. Bristleback, great to see this hero in play yet again. Don't think they really have much kill potential without the Disruptor in the 3v1. Maybe they can get him. I mean, that just goes to show you how tanky Bristleback can be if he gets a couple levels.
Well, look at this.
It is not for thee.
Alright, stand corrected.
That was one leech seed and 2 swings from Arteezy and 2 swings with PPD.
He went Quill Spray though, so...
Yeah. Well, you generally do that on level 1, just to try to get a last hit or 2 and maybe put out a little bit of harassment.
I don't know,
the problem for Cheshire Cat in this lane is he's playing against AM, and he has a very low mana pool. If Arteezy plays aggressively and drains his mana, he's gonna be garbage. Like, Bristol can't do anything in lane without mana. So, difficult matchup.
Universe being forced out of lane at top. This is a hero that, what are your thoughts on him kind of transitioning to the jungle as far as like how effective? I mean, obviously he's not going to be as effective as a CM or something like that, but this Liquid Fire, how effective do you think that is?
Not very effective on level 1. If he was level 2, it would start making a little bit of a difference. It's okay, it's 75 damage on level 1, but it's a 20-second cooldown. You just can't wait for that. I guess this is like the lesser evil in comparison to staying in the top lane and playing against this trial lane that he doesn't really have any confidence. Oh, Fear almost landing the skewer onto the cliff.
Oh, he gets a free Burrow Strike too because of that regeneration. Not gonna be able to get a kill, but that's still enough to
Fear doesn't get the rune. That's probably the bigger deal. It's gonna have to
I did a really nice job of recognizing Bristleback probably was going to the Ancients to stack, and it forced him completely out and he couldn't get anything off. So he's still stuck at level 1 as opposed to the Jakiro, who's now level 2. So off lane, so far a win for EG. Well, not for long, I guess. Cheshire Cat has some creeps by his tier 1. Should be able to get some free experience here, I think.
Yeah, good job from EG shutting him down this much. I thought he was going to get more, but the way they're pulling with Zai and the way they're pressuring with PPD is paying off. Still, Universe, this is not going to be that classic Universe you've seen so many times with a decently timed duels and a lot of pressure around the map. He's going to need more time this time around. At the same time, how are we doing for the other lanes? So Shashlo is pretty much tied with Fear mid. Luna and AM are tied on farm. And then after that, very low CS on everyone else. Even the Sand King only has 1 CS 3 minutes in. Has he been stacking? No. Very surprising. Only has 1 stack here, which is Golem, so that's pretty useless.
Oh, he loves Golem. Well,
I think he could have been more effective with how early Universe left the lane. He could have got 1 or 2 stacks off, maybe.
Yeah, that's just... Fear is forced to bottle Crow. Don't think Rubik's gonna be able to take out this flying courier, unfortunately for him. Maybe if he was a melee here. Bounty Hunter, I actually thought we'd be seeing a lot more Bounty Hunter picks just because of that change to the couriers, but
it's very situational.
It was so effective before when people weren't expecting it, right? But now it's almost, they kind of expect it at this point. Rune coming up. If it's a bounty rune, this could be really good for Sank. I don't think that's enough to get level 3. It's gonna be illusions though. So
The
level
worst
2
rune.
Sandstorm, yeah, it's literally the worst rune you can get right now. It's not that bad if you get that right off the bat, the range hero,
Radiant's
but
middle tower
this
is
stage,
under
yeah,
attack.
not so good. So it's gonna be one of those really passive games, and that's where I think it kind of favors EG a bit. Arteezy just gonna get complete free farm. He has that ring of health. Could get the perseverance relatively shortly if he chooses to do so. And I think he just goes straight battlefield. He doesn't even upgrade his boots. He doesn't even get boots in general. And Cheshire Cat, like you said, I didn't even think about this at the beginning, but look at this mana burn. Just gonna force him out of lane. All he can really do is just stand there and leech XP, and that's kind of what you want in your off lane. But if you compare it to the Jakiro, who's now level 3, it's actually pretty even, now that I look at it.
Oh,
so somehow
Universe
the
has a
jungler
triple
and Jakiro,
stack and is now level 3, so
pretty.
he's gonna quad stack it, and then maybe he gets help from Fear. A couple of shockwaves and Universe is looking really
Cheshire
good.
Cat bottom lane, he's dead. First blood going the way of Zai. Used all of his mana to make sure he stayed in place. Really nice execution, and EG off to a really good start in this early game, surprisingly.
Well, that is game 2.
Yep, that is true. The tradition in EG lore. Gotta stick with it. Arteezy bought something already. Did he actually? Is that his boots? Bye. Did he finish his? Oh, he actually got boots. Side shop. Okay. Not going hardcore beefier yet.
It's
Does
just such a
Dirty
good way of
Rago-
controlling the lane, having boots. His
Is there gonna be
aggression on
Hannah Midas
Bristleback
on
is...
Luna? You think? Good game for that.
If you wanted that, he wouldn't have got
Radiant's top
treads.
tower is under attack.
I
You
think
think
this
he should
is...
have gone it then?
No, because then you're playing EG's game, like you pointed out. I don't think you want to play for the economy, you want to play for the mid-game when your lineup is explosive. When Sand King is Blink, Luna maybe has a BKB, which kicks ass against the entire EG lineup. And Silencer has Global Silence and maybe an
top
Axe
tower
at
is
some
under
point,
attack.
not too far in. To me,
Oh my
playing
god. Oh,
just
if he
a
can
farm
get out of
exchange
this,
is
this
not
might
good.
be a kill going the way of Cheshire Cat. That haste is so powerful. He's gonna take a leech seed though. In fact, he's taking a lot of damage from the front. Didn't want
1
to turn his
HP.
back and barely lives.
Radiant
Literally
structures
won.
are fortified.
Wow.
Radiant's top tower
Why was
is
he
under
like
attack.
tanking that from the front? That was so odd. I thought
Oh
he
my
could have gotten that
goodness.
kill. He could have kited them so easily.
Radiant's top tower
I was
has
decently
fallen.
low, had a couple quill sprays stacked. Well, either way, he gets out alive, nobody dies, everybody's happy. Kind of.
Now he goes back
And they
to
get
the
a
bot
tower
lane
top.
where Arteezy's like, hey, welcome back. Oh, you've got mana? Not much
Hates
longer.
magic so much.
First tower
You guys
though.
treads right away. That is really interesting. Not
Yeah.
expecting that.
I was expecting the Battle Fury as well. Just boots Battle Fury, because I think he can get away with it in this game. At least for now, it would have been fine. This is of course giving him a lot more fighting power in the lane and pressuring Bristleback even more, making the ganks easier if they want to try to shut him down.
Do you think it has something to do with him looking at Luna going treads instead of Midas and saying, okay, maybe we need to get some early game pressure going against Gar as well? Need some
It could be.
survivability.
It's possible that he's just kind of matching her build in a sense. But I'm still expecting the Battle Fury, and then at the end of the day, you're still playing a farming build against a fighting build. Battle Fury is in no way a fighting build at all. So, see mid
Well,
lane.
that's not true. If the RP gets on a bunch of heroes,
Yeah,
it's actually
okay.
a fighting build as well. Gets that beautiful
Aw,
cleave
shot
action
slow.
going. No
He's
glimpse.
gonna get
Oh, okay,
glimpsed.
they had vision. The ward up here. No.
That was
That's- I
not
guess
so
it's just-
well timed.
How did they even see him up this cliff? Not even their ward.
Thunderstrike.
Oh, Thunderstrike was on him. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains it. Some stacks going on here. This is only a double at this point. Cheshire Cat taking a lot of damage from Zai, who keeps him inside
Dire's
his
middle tower
kinetic
is
field,
under
but it
attack.
seems as if Cheshire Cat will be okay. Glimpse still on cooldown for another 20 seconds. That's such a long cooldown, but well deserved, considering he's one of the best single target spells in the game. And Arteezy continues farm. So 57 last hits versus the 55, and I mean pretty even overall. One tower going the way of Dirty Raw though, so a little bit of a gold advantage in his favor. I would just actually no. I guess it's because of the first blood assist that Arteezy got. It actually evens out with that tower somehow.
Yeah, did Luna get the last hit on the tower? Yeah, he did. Okay.
That's actually a little surprising.
It's the assist, and then it's the value of the creeps, I guess. I don't know if Luna has farmed a small camp or two, because then her CS looks bigger relative to...
Sure.
Oh, not sure. Regardless, let's... looking at the farm, like the top 4 are fairly tied, right? Arteezy is matched with DJ Ra, Shashlo is matched with Fear, and then we start looking down. Sanking has 27 CS, which is okay. He's jungling, he almost has the blink at 9 minutes, which is okay, considering how much he moved early on. And Universe should be compared to Cheshire Cat. Universe is 20 CS, the Bristleback has 4. He hasn't been getting anything.
Yeah.
And that's probably where the discrepancy lies, so that the gold is and experience is even, because if Cheshire Cat also had farm, they would be ahead because of the Sand King jungle, but it evens out for now.
Well, another thing to consider is the 20 last hits for Jakir. A lot of them are on like huge triple
that's
stack.
true as well. But generally, if you get the big neutral camp, I think if you do the math, it's fairly comparable to getting lane creeps, because the lane creeps average of like 40 to 50-ish, compared to the big creeps that give 100, and then the small ones that give like 25, and then some camps have 2 small and 1 big, then...
Yeah, I guess it depends on which camps you get.
At the end of the day, it's fairly close. I guess slightly favoring the big camp.
I can't remember the last time I've seen an Arteezy Anti-Mage. Did he play this at Star Ladder? I'm trying to remember. It doesn't come to mind. I'm just trying to see if
hairstyle?
Yeah, that is true.
That's from a Navi set.
I need to investigate.
Hair of the Witch Hunter.
An EG player using a Navi item. Wow.
With a Navi Games Watch gem.
He's been stalking. He's been stalking them. It's understandable, of course. But I'm wondering if he's the type of player that goes for perhaps the Vlads early on after the Battle Fury. Or if he goes straight for Manta. I mean, there's only a couple builds really that people go, right? There's a little bit of discrepancy once you get to the 4th, 5th item departments where it's like Heart, Abyssal Blade, or whatever you want to go. Even BKB in some cases, which might not be that bad this game, honestly. They have a decent amount of lockdown, and then the silence. Well, I guess the global silence will be taken off on the Manta. That's the main issue they'll have.
Yeah.
Have to save that.
That's a good point.
Oh,
That's kind of the only
Blink,
thing.
Skewer mid, Thunderstrike as well. Shashlo. He's level 9, doesn't have his ult, don't think it would save him anyway. He's just gonna right click and die. Gets as much damage as he can on Fear. I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen a Silencer not get Global Silence at 6.
And slowly and silently, PPD has been reaching level 6 without getting an assist. So he's just been getting really good experience, slowly farming in the jungle, got us some laning experience bottom. Disruptor from Zai is now also level 6 with 1-0-1.
Oh, Anti-Mage, Telekinesis, Burrow Strike right after they have enough to take him out. Not quite. And now he's gonna get Living Armor.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, good
attack.
Lariat. Oh god, a good RP onto a Skewer into the trees, into a Disruptor ult. Very nice execution from EG. They take out 2 with relative ease, and now Dirty Raw and Cheshire Cat are on the run. Glimpse is down. Actually, it just doesn't have enough mana right now. Perhaps he will soon. 5 more mana to go. But it looks like everybody's gonna get at least. I heard a
Apart
glimpse.
from Cheshire Cat, or... He did
Oh,
get
still has
glimpse,
the
but there's
Berserk
no
work
ice.
with him. PPD level 6 like he talked about, caught up so nicely. Cheshire Cat on the run, taking some damage. And the Mana Void and the Shockwave are there to finish him off. Even Universe popping that beautiful, beautiful ulti of his. Macro Pyre. One of the, I used to make fun of that skill for looking too good compared to how
Radiant's
good it
middle
actually
tower
was.
is under
It
attack.
can be good if you can lock people down though. It's more used for like
It's
lane
been buffed quite a few
pushing.
times. It used to be really weak.
Arteezy just blinked. They don't have enough to take him out. They're not nearly enough at this point. And they're just gonna turn. Seneko. Look at how much damage Arteezy does with that mana burn. Getting 4.
Radiant's top tower is under
Gonna be
attack.
seen. Arteezy has a block. Okay. Very good. Good to go. Mid lane, Fear is okay. He must have used the spell
not
for that
sure
last
about
word.
Shotflow,
I'll take that
though.
damage. Shotflow in the meantime. Is there a mana void up? No, another 18 seconds with
Radiant's
the
middle
beautiful
tower is
dual
under
breath.
attack.
Should be enough to take out Shotflow. In fact, it is. So 7-0 advantage. Let's talk about how good I think.
Oh, top lane to
Living
Sharon.
Armor is going to save Zai
Beautiful.
for now. Loosened Beam is going to be up now. That should be enough for the kill. That's the first kill going with a PR, but it's going to cost Luna her life. Nice dodge of the Shockwave. There are some reinforcements coming, but she's gonna attempt to run away. Skewer. This should be enough. Shockwave finishes her off. An 8-to-1 advantage going for EG, despite the lineup that's pretty survivable in the early game, honestly. PR. And Arteezy just getting all the farm he wants on top of all this. Him and Fear are the top of the charts at the moment.
And the funny thing is, when you watch this series, you would be like, okay, the servers mean everything. And they definitely do mean a lot. Don't get me wrong. But it's just...
Not this much, though.
The thing... Exactly, it's not this much. And the thing that kind of, for me, confirms that in how this tournament has gone, EG has had one or two actually good games on Luxembourg that they should have won. The one against Secret, where Secret, arguably one of the best teams in the world right now, EG had a 20 to 25k lead against them on the Luxembourg server. And then they lost the game, but they definitely can play a good early game and a well-executed strategy.
Man, boys,
toast.
don't even need it. Don't even need it. My goodness, 9-1 EG. They're rolling away with this already. Universe has his patented Yules on top of all this, so we'll be able to find single targets extremely easily. We haven't seen like a blink epicenter one time. They've just been going for these ganks on Anti-Mage. They don't have enough damage.
Opportunities. Because the Sand King has been opening the ganks with Burrow Strike, and then he can't really...
This was an opportunity right here. I mean, any kill at this point is going to be beneficial. Seneko, that's another death going the way of PR. I mean, at this point, an epicenter on one single target, even if it's a support, is worth it, I think. Because they're getting nothing. They have one kill.
Tower is
That's
under
true.
Attack.
Really like to see a smoke from PR.
Another thing we haven't really mentioned so much is I think this draft for EG, not just about how good it is compared to or against the enemy teams, but it's also way more of EG's alley. It's way more of a comfort zone draft for them. Having the Universe Jakiro, having the Treant for PPD, and Arteezy of course on a hard farmer. It's kind of interchangeable. You can put him on a lot of heroes. Fear Magnus has been on and off, I would say. He's definitely been on in this game. And then Zai, who had a pretty poor performance in game number 1, has really shown up for game number 2. So all those things combined just
Fear
goes to
looking
show.
for a solo RP or just the skewer on top of that. Kinetic field, look for that to fall. Yeah, they don't need anything else, I don't think. Birdo strike on 2. There's a global silence. Cheshire Cat trying to run away. The negative earn charge applied to him at the moment. Universe, ice path on 1. PPD trying to keep his teammates alive. Arteezy's actually okay for now, but seeing that Luna has now transitioned her way over here, he might have to get out. Zai takes the Burrow Strike to the face. We'll go down the right click of Silencer. And after all that, only one death so far. Fear.
He has Blink
Just
RP.
blinks out. Yeah, he has Blink RP. PPD has Overgrowth and is invisible right now. I don't think there's any detection coming the way.
And if you saw the opening of that fight, how PR took it, this is a very classic combo that we've seen plenty of times in the past. Sand King blink stun into Epi and then you global, so the enemy team can't counter the Epi without a BKB. He just didn't even have mana for Burrow Strike Epi. I guess he TP'd or used his mana a little bit earlier. His mana pool is very low. So if he had Epi there, Arteezy would have died to the epicenter. They might have got another kill and then maybe even chased down a third. So very unfortunate for J4 in that situation. He's going to need to do something about it.
He better hope these creeps die pretty quickly, because there's a sentry on PPD. He actually places it out of range, though. He has an Overgrowth to use if he wants to. Might be worth it, honestly. Static Storm's gonna cancel it out. He has the Burrow Strike, but he's stuck! He gets glimpsed out of the kinetic field. I don't know if it matters. The Overgrowth was used as well, though. Now they don't have detection. Yeah, he's okay. Magnus gets a kill in the mid lane. Skewer was stolen by Seneko. Do they know to take out Arteezy? He just mana voids to victory. Gets 1 kill. And he's going to continue the pressure on the Shosh. No fear. Shockwave going to be dodged thanks to the nice 4-step, but the damage is so much from Arteezy. No mana void to use, however. Don't think they can go any further. And Luna, with all these team fights, the Luna ult, I don't know if we've seen that yet, but it wouldn't be very effective, honestly. Not a good spell for Luna against Anti-Mage in particular. Universe doing his thing. Here 2 tower taking some damage, and here's a stack from Luna that's gonna help a little bit. I believe this is the Helm of the Dominator creep has here. or she just bid I don't know. She just like converted a different way perhaps with persuasion with that beautiful vagina.
This is some nice farm coming in for DTR. PR are gonna need this. The early game didn't really work out in their favor. I think if you look at their lineup, and of course once again, like the server, we talked about the servers quite a lot. But of course for them this is the bad server, so landing important abilities early on, getting the rotations right with their supports is definitely more
Dire's
difficult than it
top
would have been
tower is under
on the
attack.
other one. But they're still hanging on, I feel. They're not that far behind. If you compare this to the previous game, EG almost lost at this point. They're behind 12-2, but it's not more than 4k gold,
Dire's structures
so it's
are
definitely
fortified.
surmountable if they start getting a couple of good fights. But the time is ticking
Dire's
with
top
Arteezy getting
tower-
this amount of farm.
Dire's
Also
top
gonna get the tower.
has fallen.
Smoke is popped.
see if they
Shockful
can
has
get
the
the fight
global
they're
sound
looking
Thor.
for.
Bottom lane, Universe forced into the trees.
Very nice macro fire.
And he's just gonna TP you out. So this huge transition, they're not gonna
Radiant's
find
middle
anybody.
tower is under attack.
Maybe a tier 1 tower eventually, which is
Dire's
just getting
top
living
tower
armored.
is under attack.
And meanwhile, top tier 2, Agnes and
This
Anti-Mage
is a
is
good
working on
trade.
that.
Are fortified.
Absolutely not.
Radiant
You're talking about how
structures are
it's still
fortified.
not that far in the lead for EG, like insurmountable or
Radiant's
anything
bottom
like that.
tower has fallen.
But we're talking about Anti-Mage as well,
Dire's
keep in
top
mind.
tower is under attack.
He is gonna get this tower. Nice
Dire's
deny
top
actually.
tower has been
And
denied.
was that a glimpse? Take a glimpse back to the bottom lane and guy. That is what you fear if you are PR against this disruptor. So I did a really nice job.
J4. Oh,
He's
almost
dead.
hit me. That was very close.
He did.
They lose too. Dichara keeping up the farm though. I
Yeah,
guess
he
he's
takes
going to be
advantage of the glimpse, I guess. I don't know.
Dire's
Like, alright, I'm
steal
gonna
a
get
tower.
glimpse bottom lane, let's just take some neutrals. No problem.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh. Now it's looking grim. When I said it, it was definitely possible, but now they've just lost 3 towers at the price of 1. They lose 2 heroes as well. And EG are starting to get so much map control that the Luna's farm will be reduced heavily.
Dire's middle
So,
tower is
Oh
under
god,
attack.
this
what do you
stack
do
too
right now?
for
I think
Arteezy.
PR need to smoke and try to get a team fight. Like you said, we still haven't seen an epi. I think we've seen 1 eclipse, maybe even 0. They've just never really found an opening to do anything.
Well, the
Dichara's
great
gonna
thing
finish
about this-
Manta. Not sure how good that's gonna be here. Frake's overgrowth, but there's just so much AoE damage from EG. Those illusions are gonna disappear.
I mean, they don't even need to blink Epicenter. They can just blink Burrow Strike into a global silence. You can Epicenter on their faces. They can't do anything about it.
Yep.
Well, actually, that's not true. There is a Yule's.
It's too slow. Unless if Universe.
Radiant's middle
Yeah, you're right.
tower
Never mind.
is
What am I
under
No,
talking
he
about?
can do it.
Yeah.
There's like
I'm-
maybe a half-second time frame there.
Yeah,
Double.
not
Radiant
even. I
structures
was.
are
I
fortified.
thought you meant a defensive yours to remove the global silence, but
Oh,
he can
nice.
obviously just use it on the same king. Yeah, you're right. So he has to be. If he gets
Radiant's
caught in the
middle
burrow
tower
strike,
has
I
fallen.
still don't think he has time. If Sand King is behind him channeling Epi, then the turn rate of Jakiro is pretty bad, and then he should be probably able to. Although
Radiant's
that did
middle
get buffed in
tower is
a
under
fairly
attack.
recent version, I believe, the turn rate of the Dragon.
Radiant
Arteezy pushing
structures
top,
are
Fear
fortified.
pushing bottom.
Dire's
Don't think they want to
top
give up a tier
tower is
2,
under
but if
attack.
it means a tier 3, maybe.
Dire's structures
As
are
Ice Path
fortified.
from the Yule, setting up Cheshire Cat's about half HP already. And living armor is, even at this stage of the game, is pretty decent on these Cheshire Cat's able to get caught out. Global silence being popped in a defensive measure, and Arteezy is still
Dire's
just
top
counting on the
tower
tier 3
is
mid.
under
Here we have initiation, Universe is dead. Was that a Burrow Strike Epicenter? Looks like it's a beautiful RP. Do they have any follow-up? He only skewers 1 person out. PR is still pretty low, they get 2 kills, but Arteezy is just working on the racks all by himself. Finally some TP support for these 4 buildings.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He
attack.
got
And what,
glimpsed.
that gets cancelled? Oh my god, Sai cancels it with a glimpse. This is a free rack going the way of EG.
Dire's top
Arteezy
barracks
takes a
has
Burrow
fallen.
Strike for his efforts. He'll be okay though.
Radiant's middle tower
Man, that
has
is not a
fallen.
trade you want to take. 3 heroes for a Rax.
I'm about to say, I was almost gonna say you do. I do agree you don't, but it's actually not as bad as in many other situations, because PR was struggling so hard that just getting some sort of good team fight where they get 4 kills. I think, did they get 4 or did they only get 3? Or maybe they only
At
got
least
3.
3. I don't know.
That's still... Oh, you don't want to lose the Rex, don't get me wrong, that was not a good trade for them. But considering how the game was going, I don't know if they could have hoped for better, almost. Because Arteezy will constantly be split pushing like that. He will not join the team fights. And if they don't take the fight and they port back to stop Arteezy's push, he's just gonna do it again. Reset,
Well, I
just
think
farm,
it would have been
do it again.
worth the tier 3, but he got glimpsed like you
Yeah.
said. So that's when
true.
it did
And
not become
that
a
looked like that
favorable
was the
trade.
plan for PR, was to defend after the tier 3.
Arteezy finds shots all by himself. Mana Void. Ugh, that's just disgusting damage. And all they can do, PR, farm away. Just they
Dire's
can't
middle tower
get away
is under
with.
attack.
See what Arteezy's working on at the moment. Had the man side full BKB picked up. And that's a fighting build if I've ever seen one. They're looking to end this.
Best item right now for AM. Because now he can
BPD
join
gets
the
Burrow
fight.
Strike
Completely.
invisibly. Eccentric can't even get the overgrowth off. They'll find a kill. Static Storm used though. But that was stolen though. Yeah, that was a stolen. Then he takes Nature's Guise, not what he wanted.
It's actually not that bad. Maybe they can get a team fight because of Nature's Guise. I'm not sure PPD is aware that PR have it. He kind of should because he should know what he cast last, but he might have not seen the timing on the spell steal, etc. that it came out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So maybe PR can get something out of this. They're looking for Roche. EG, however, working on the tier 2. If this Roche is too slow, this is gonna be like when EG at TI4 took Roche while they were losing their Rex. It's kind of...
Rubik has Blink.
Oh, a nice
That's a
blink.
nice one to get. This tower's
Dire's
dead.
middle tower.
Yeah, we'll see where they actually transition to, because if
they
this
get
is a
Roche
free
for
rush,
this,
this is
that's
really big.
Radiant's
really good
bottom
trade.
tower is under attack.
Uh-oh.
They need a lot more than Roche though. Yeah, oh god. Arteezy.
Oh my god.
Mana Void will blow them up.
Awful
Luna
timing.
pops the ultimate. Mana Void almost gets a double kill right off the bat. They're gonna clean up, no problem. He gets the Aegis. And Roshan on top of the epicenter on 2. Very nicely done, but he gets skewered and killed right afterwards. Triple kill for Arteezy. Zai. He's gonna be okay. Oh god, that was actually the first RP would have been better than the second. That's for damn sure. But I don't think it matters a whole lot. Glimpse ensures the death of Shoshlo. That's 4 dead in the blink of an eye. And RP was stolen.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, the horse is
That was one of the
appropriate here, I
funniest
think.
thing. That was a horse play.
That was a horse play. I love it.
Dire's
And
middle
This is
tower
gonna be
is
the
under
second
attack.
rank max. I mean, it was pretty clear what Fear wanted. He wanted to not expend the RP, and then he was like, hey, I'm actually gonna have to use it, and then the time was there.
Dire's middle tower
Regardless,
has
outcome's still
fallen.
the same. They're gonna get the mid tier 3 as well as barracks in this game. As it looks right now.
Dire's
PR,
middle barracks are under attack.
yeah. What are you
Dire's
gonna
middle
do?
barracks.
well, you can RP. No blink dagger or force that. Never mind. Oh, he gets it on Arteezy, but of course no damage to follow really. Burrow Strike is there. They can lock him down for a decent amount of time, but the entire game just haven't had any damage to do with it. Mana Void's gonna blow up Rubik, and Luna looks to be next on the list as Arteezy just wants to finish him off with one right click. The Yule by you first. There you go. There you go. And a beautiful overgrowth.
Dire's middle
I don't know why I'm still
tower is under attack.
calling this fight, because it's just a fountain diving experience at this point. The a pub in a nutshell for you friends out there.
Dire's middle
And they
tower
could just go
is
for
under
throne.
attack.
So EG doing what they do best, win on US East and lose on Luxembourg. Was it on Luxembourg or was it Stockholm?
Luxembourg.
Okay.
I still have this feeling that in one of the next series for EG, they're gonna win 2
Dire's
games.
middle tower is
This
under
can't
attack.
continue happening because, as mentioned earlier, the server is a big deal, and you could also see in this game PR made some mistakes because of delay that they wouldn't have made elsewise, but in the grand scheme of things, the strategizing for EG seems to just be better in game number 2. Their execution is better, which is obvious, because they play better on the East server than Luxembourg.
Dire's
That's a
middle
given.
tower is under attack.
But they definitely have the tools to win a game of Lux against one of the remaining teams for them to face.
He needs more mana burn apparently with this freaking
Dire's
Necro.
middle tower has
And at
fallen.
the end
Like,
of the day,
I don't
for
burn
PR
enough mana.
Dire's ancient is under
For PR, it's actually important that they got a game today. That keeps their hopes alive too, as we talked about earlier. And EG might not have necessarily been the team they were. One game, but
Dire's
Arteezy pops that BKB, will live just barely. Cheshire Cat's stuck inside that macro bar. You don't see that very often. Good combination here from EG.
Dire's ancient is
Cheshire
under
Cat.
attack.
Well, they're gonna push back EG for now. Maybe they need to regroup to go for this ancient, or maybe the creeps finish them off. Who knows at this point?
Dire's ancient
Shockwave
is
not enough
under
to finish
attack.
off Cheshire Cat. Actually misses. And I hear a last word on somebody. It's on Fear.
Dire's bottom
I think they're just gonna
tower
let
is under
the creeps.
attack.
They just want kills. They want to get double digits before the loss, or the impending loss. Cheshire Cat. Ay. So much damage coming from even just PPD at this point with that gem. The gem gives of course plus 100 damage in this version, guys. In case you're wondering. GG. What? Yep. That's a thing.
You're right, what? Good guy, indeed. Yeah. Well, not too much to say about this game, to be honest. in essence, EG got the lineup that they wanted.